Well, I let greed get the best of me, and greed really messed me up this week, and I'm going to explain why as the video goes on. But first, I want to explain that if you are a trader dealing with greed, it's okay. It's a natural human emotion that we deal with, right? Literally, we all have it and we'll all experience it. Now, the thing is, we need to be mindful of when we are maybe in that greedy state, and that's when we need to snap ourselves out of it. If you had a week like I just had, where I let greed get the best of me, you need to learn from that. You need to journal why you were greedy and reflect on it and make sure the mistake doesn't happen again. And that's what I did today. So, what happened this week? I had a beautiful trade that I waited for a while. I've only taken 3 day trades in the last 30 days and I've been up over 10%. Now I'm up over 14%, 7R, risking 2%. So you get the 14%. But I was up on a trade on NU shorts, and I will pop up the trade here. You guys can see the trade. I may do a breakdown on this trade on Sunday. I'm not too sure yet. We'll have to see. Let me know in the comments if you want to see it. I've talked about this in many videos that when I reach 2R, I roll my stop loss. So once I get a little bit above 2R or below 2R, depending on the bias, I will roll my stop loss to bank 2R. That way, no matter whatever happens on the trade, I bank the profit. So I did that on my personal. So as I've talked about before as well, I have many accounts. Okay, so I have my personal account that has a trade copier that takes all the trades over to my ftmo challenges. And then I have 3 funded accounts as well with Think Capital. Now those I'm not allowed to use a trade copier with because I didn't have the add-on on. But I have to manually enter those and manually close them when it is time. So when the market reached my area, as you can see in the photo here, where I ended up getting out of the trade, I got taken out at 2R. But I ended up making a decision that I wanted to try and go for a $20,000 day. I've had multiple 10K days this year. It's been an amazing trading year and I'm super grateful. But I, for some reason, wanted to try and get a 20K day and forcing a 20K day, not it just happening naturally. So what I ended up doing was saying, you know what, I'm not going to close these trades and I'm just going to try and see if I can hold it all the way down to this low here. Now, although I did think the market was going to go there, I broke my plan because my plan should have been roll my stop to 2R. Okay. Now, the thing that sucks is I was floating about $10,500 on that trade. Plus I closed my personal trade for $3,000 as well. So this trade alone would have made me $13,000 USD. And I ended up saying, you know what, I'm just going to go break even on this trade, which I don't do. And I'm going to really try and reach this target. Now, I had so many chances to get out of this trade and I had so many different emotions involved with this trade. Like everything in me was telling me to get out of this trade. I knew I was breaking my rules, but the greed of thinking about what it would be like to hit that 20K milestone, I started texting a couple of my buddies. We were all getting hyped up about it. And that was the first thing I should not have done because you're already hyped up, your emotions are up, and then you're texting your buddies about it. Maybe you're talking to people in your Discord about it. Oh, if this hits, if, right? Instead of letting price action show you what it's doing. And I would have got out yesterday, or I'm not sure when you guys are seeing this. This is Wednesday. The trade happened on Tuesday, April 16th or 15th. I would have had a fantastic trading day and I would have had an amazing payout coming. But because I got greedy, because I didn't follow my plan and I let the greed impact my decision making, I didn't get that payout. I didn't get that profit. Yes, I banked 3,000 on my personal and I'm very grateful for that. I also took that on all the challenges. I'm going for 400K ftmo max allocation as well, and those are all doing great. So I'm grateful that I managed that, but I don't know. Well, I do know it was greed. It was greed. And this video, I'm just here to hopefully let you guys know that I still make mistakes. And I feel like new levels, new devils. I'm grateful that I got to a point where seeing $10,000 didn't feel like enough. And it's silly to say that. And that's why it's so important to focus on the R multiple. It's so important to think about percents as well and not the dollar amount. Because that can allow you to not, tiptoe into your human emotion there where we can get caught up and we can get greedy. And the whole point of this I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'm blinding myself, so I apologize if the first half of the video was super, super bright. But let me take a minute to introduce to you one of the top new prop firms in the industry, Think Capital. Think Markets, a fully regulated broker, has entered the prop space. With over 15 years of broker experience, this is massive for us traders. With up to $600K in capital to manage, $5K to $300K accounts, it gives us the perfect resources to succeed. Another bonus is they offer to USA clients, which is massive for you US traders. Use the link in the description and code RMTrading for 15% off any challenge. Let's get back to the video. We want to try and mitigate emotions as much as possible. And when we think in risk multiple, when we think in RR, like say I'm up 2R on the trade, not, I'm up however much money that I'm up, it allows you to make decisions easier. It allows you to not, like I said, tiptoe into that emotional state where a lot of decision making can be flawed, right? Because you're thinking based on emotion, not on facts, right? Not on facts, not on your system. So I am grateful that I was able to still benefit from this trade on my personal account, which I care about more than anything. And I'm also very, very happy that I was able to benefit on the ftmo accounts. Now, if you are someone like myself who maybe deals with this, the best thing that you can do is journal it right away. I went through and journaled in this book pretty much immediately. And it's amazing how much better I feel because of this. I'm not going to lie. I was really, really pissed at myself. And I wanted to post this video to help you guys, but also to look back on for myself later on. When I went to bed last night, I knew it was the wrong decision. Like I knew it was the wrong decision and I had the worst sleep. I woke up all night thinking about the trade. I didn't check it. And when I woke up this morning, I didn't even check my phone yet, but I instantly regretted my decision. Like even if it had gone to where I thought it was going to go to, I broke my plan because I didn't roll my stop loss. And to me, I think the worst thing that can ever happen is you breaking your rules and it working out, because then you start to think, oh, maybe this works. I'm going to do this more often. It's amazing what can happen when you start to get greedy, and it's wild how much it can impact your trading, in a negative way. But yeah, I'm going to learn from this. I just wanted to share this video because I'm grateful that I'm in a place where, like I said, I can experience these emotions. They're good problems to have, in a sense that I'm getting to the levels where I want to get to. But I'm also grateful that, this lesson wasn't, a 30K payout, a 40K payout, which is where I want to get to. It was only going to be like after profit split, probably like 8K, which isn't going to change my life. So I'm just very grateful that I can learn this lesson and hopefully share it with all of you. I can share it with all of you. The best advice I can give you that can help you mitigate, thinking in the greedy state of mind is to close MetaTrader as well while you're in a trade and focus on just TradingView. That's what I normally do because this is something I used to deal with way before, even back when I was like up $100 on a trade, $200 on a trade, and super, super emotional and excited. I started to focus on the money and not what the chart was showing me or anything like that. At the end of the day, the chart is what tells us the story, not the MetaTrader, not whatever platform you're using. It's the chart. The same way you look to get in, the same reasons you look to get in a trade should be the same reasons you look to get out. When you see something that is valid to get in, that's great. But when you start to see something that is invalid, that's invalidating your trade, that is another thing. And there was a clear area that we were struggling to break. And I just said, you know what? I just had blinders on. And I thought, you know what? This is going to go to here no matter what. Meanwhile, the technicals were showing me that maybe it wasn't going to, but I broke my plan, and I'm grateful that I can talk to you guys on here. Before I go, I want to ask you guys, how was your trading week? Have you dealt with something like this? I'm very, very curious to know if you guys have dealt with something similar to this and how you got through it, how you were able to identify it maybe real time or maybe after the fact. But the worst thing we can do is experience something like this and then not journal it. Not journaling it is so detrimental to our trading, because we need to be able to feel these emotions. They're natural human emotions that we're going to feel when we're trading. Of course they are. There's always going to be that what if factor. Oh, what if I held it longer? Oh, what if I didn't close it, when I did? Or what if I just closed the damn trade instead of getting greedy over the money? there's so many what ifs, but being able to journal it, you're able to look back on it and see, okay, how did I get through this? If it's something that reoccurs another time, or for me, it helped me get out of my head. All these thoughts I had when I woke up this morning that were negative, like, Mac, you idiot, why did you do that? Like, you could have made, instead of 3K, you could have made like 13K on the trade, whatever it was. I'm still great. Like, when I strip it back, I still made $3,000 US in a single trade. That's like 4,200 Canadian, which is more than I made in a whole month working 40 hours a week at my old 9 to 5. So I'm grateful. And old Mac would be like, dude, look, you learned your lesson. Why are you whining? Look what you still have achieved. We're still up. Like I said, we're now up 7R. We're still up. So before this, we had 2 trades in the last month. We were up 10%. Now we're up 14, 7R, risking 2% on those. So I'm grateful. And I hope you all are too. I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be. If you got some value away from this video, please smash that like button. I really, really appreciate it. Hit subscribe if you're new as well. It helps the channel. And yeah, please spread some positivity in the comments. It doesn't just have to be telling me the video is great. It can be commenting on someone else's story maybe. I love how you guys have little conversations going on, and I like to chime in and respond. You guys notice I respond to every single comment. So if you're taking time to leave a comment there, you know I'm going to take time to answer it and read it. So what do I say at the end of every single video? Let's be 1% better every single day. And one more thing, if I did sound sick, it's because I am. I apologize if I sound sick, but yeah, I'm going to cut it off there, and I'll see you in the next one.